All right, here we go. I think everybody can see me everywhere now. Hi, it's Renee, the Life Over Coach. Wait for a few people to join in. Hey, Douglas. Hey, Mark. How are you guys? And Matthew, thank you for joining me today. We're going to have some fun tonight. I'm really excited to share some of my good tips with you all. Hey, AJ, over on Instagram land. You going to hold down the fort for me over there, please? Hey, Ange, how are you? Thank you for joining. So if you are new and this is your first time joining, she said howdy. Please tell me where you're from and why you joined, and if there's something that you need some help with. Hey, Roz, and that's why you joined, or if you were just curious. So that would be really helpful. Hey, JC. Hey, Kang. This is your first time joining. And Robert Day, I saw your pictures from Thanksgiving. They were very pretty. Did you guys have a good holiday? I did. I'm still tired, I think. And I don't know if you guys have been following me on Facebook, but I took on the project of trying to perfect a strawberry cake. So I made this, turned out really well. For Thanksgiving, I made a strawberry cake, but I used store-bought icing because I don't know how to make regular icing or icing from scratch. So I took on this project yesterday, I think, and was trying to figure out how to make icing from scratch. And people have been giving me tips, and I also took a recipe and tried to use that, and it came out okay. You saw the cake, Ange? It was really good. I got some really good compliments. And AJ, you would be surprised that someone actually offered to pay me to bake a cake for them. So they were like, how much is the whole cake? I'm not going into the cake baking business, you guys. So I told this person I would bake a cake for them, but I am definitely not going into the cake baking business. Hey, Katie, how are you? Okay, yes. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys this week. And the cake was really good. Summer, she's just joined. Did you have a piece of the, did you taste the cake yet? Summer stopped by this afternoon and picked up her piece. So I'm going to make it again probably around Christmas time. So if you want a piece, come and grab a piece. AJ's over on Instagram. She said, iConfect is hiring, but they don't pay. So you just get to sample stuff if you want to go. Okay, so Summer said it was very tasty. Good. Glad you guys liked it. You ate both pieces. That's so funny. Hey, Gwen, thanks for joining. So it is 7:03, and we're going to get started. Again, if you are new to the broadcast, thank you for joining. Please type where you are from and what made you want to join today. And for those of you that don't know, I'm Renee Butler. I'm the Life Over Coach. I'm a speaker, an award-winning business owner, and a certified project manager. I show people how to organize and prioritize their life and teach them how to monetize their business ideas and products. So simply put, I teach you how to get your life and get your money. Hey guys over on Instagram land, thank you for joining. I see Patricia. Hey Patricia. I'm going to tell one more quick story and then we're going to get into all the good stuff for today. If you guys aren't following me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, you can find me at the Life Over Coach. So go over and follow or like, and that way you can kind of stay in touch with me. So Patricia, most of you guys already know me. I have a 21-year-old daughter. She'll be 22 next month, and she's graduating from Morgan State University. Patricia was her first daycare provider, and she spoiled her rotten. I would come to pick her up, and she had like full-on meals every single day, home cooked. She had a bath, clean clothes on. She was the bomb. So I just want to give her a shout out and let her know that I still remember all that stuff and really appreciate her. All right, so it's Sunday. That means it's date night with me. Talk about some good business stuff and tips. So tonight we are talking about, she said, yes, my baby, yes. And she's grown up to be a very beautiful baby at that. Tonight we're going to be talking about squad goals and the importance of having the right people on your team. And if you guys remember, I'm telling my age now. So back in 1995, around the fall time, I don't remember if it was October, no, maybe it was September, October, all of the trials with O.J. Simpson. And when he was acquitted of murdering Nicole Simpson, anytime someone talked about that trial, they talked about him having the dream team. So the same thing, like the Michael Jordan era, everyone talked about the Chicago Bulls having this dream team and how they were winning championships. Hey, Darius, thanks for joining. And Alicia, I see you guys. Type where you're from. And so people often, when they talk about those two specific incidents, yes, we do rock. I don't think I'm old, not that old at least. They talk about having this, that they had this dream team in order to make these things happen. So that's the same thing that I want to talk to you guys about today, because you always want to have the right people and to be able to build an amazing team. Hey, Kenny, thanks for joining. Isn't that what you guys want if you guys are starting a business, or even, you know, if you're managers and you want to have these great people, you always want to pick the right people. So we're going to talk about 7 tips to building your dream team. Number 1, you guys have your pens and papers? I give you guys 2 seconds to grab your pen or your paper or your tablet, whatever you're using to take notes. So number 1 is to identify and document the skills and expertise that you need first. I mean, you can't build a team if you don't really know what you actually need. So spend some time really thinking about the stages of your business, of where you are, where you want to go, and what are those skill sets that you're going to need, and what are those things that you're going to need people to do for you. What is it? Oh, what is this rebroadcast so that Corey can see it? It's always posted on my Facebook page, so you can just go back and look at it, KB. Okay. All right, so number 1, identify and document the skill sets and the expertise that you need. So think about, from every stage of your business, what do those people look like, or the expertise that you need, or the skill sets that you're going to need. As well as keep in mind that every step of your journey, you may need a different skill set or different tools. So you may start off, let's say if you have an email list that you're capturing, you may start off with a tool that only goes up to like 500 email addresses. But then as you grow, you may need something else that would be, 2 million email addresses. And the same thing with people's skill sets. Some people may not be able to grow with you, but they may be able to assist in other areas if they're, the person that you truly want to keep and stay on that team. But we're going to talk about that, as well as about growing skill sets for the people that are part of your team. Because you always want to keep those ride or die people that are in your squad, you want to keep them with you. And so sometimes it means as you grow, you'll be bringing on new people, new employees, hiring new contractors. All right, so you guys got number 1. Any questions about number 1? All right, number 2, choose people that you trust, people that are honest, and then have your best interests at heart. I can't tell you guys how important that is. You have to trust the people that are on your team, because ultimately they're an extension of who you are. They're going to represent you, they're going to represent your brand, and they're going to exemplify the type of experience that your clients will ultimately have. Hey, Avis, thanks for joining. You want people that are honest on your team. So you can't have people that representing your brand doing dishonest things. So like misrepresenting your product. So let's say you sell something that, will help your pores, but people are out here telling people, oh, it's going to pull your skin back and it's going to do this and it's going to do that. You can't have those type of people on your team just for the sake of, selling a product or making a dollar. You also have to think about the people that are on your dream team. How do they live their life? Because if they're very reckless in their life, that's not somebody that you can have on your team. Because ultimately, again, this is all a reflection of you and who you are, and it will affect your bottom line. So you guys don't want to have people on your team that are messing up your money. Those are fighting words, right? You also want people who want you to win. This is important. Many people don't see the value in their circle or their tribe or their squad, whatever you want to call it, the people that, you know, are closest to you that are helping you with your business. A lot of people don't understand the value in you winning and all of you winning together. So for me, if you're in my circle, and I have a tight circle, if I win, you win. If you win, I win. And we set up a structure so that we all win together. And as a young child, I was taught that business is built on relationships. So don't misunderstand that. This is how people are hired. It's how deals are made. It's how money is multiplied. And it's how the people that run in the same circles circulate those opportunities as well as multiply that money. So think about the team that you have that you want to kind of roll with your business, and make sure that you guys all understand those principles and you're willing to help each other win. You know, your squad should be making a commitment to each other that if you win, I win, and we all win, whether it's 2 people or 10 people. I don't really recommend like 20 people, but no matter what the number is, you guys know that we're all going to win together. And it's the same thing, kind of like, you know, if you get put on about something or find some information, share that with the people that are on your team, because you never know. This is a small, small world. Who knows who and how people can help you get to that next level or open an opportunity that you never knew about. And I totally believe that it's enough money out here for all of us to make it. And I strongly believe in karma. So if you claim that you're on someone's team and you're on their side, but you're doing a bunch of backhanded stuff, I think it'll come back to you. And so you probably want to step away and not commit yourself to being on somebody's team if you really don't think that you can really commit your true self to that person. So under number 2, my last point is make sure that everyone on your team can keep a secret. The last thing you need is for people out here sharing your secret formulas or the things that make you great, or that you may, be patenting or about to start something, embark on something new. You gotta have people that can hold water, because there are a lot of people out here that cannot keep a secret. They should not be on your team. If you can't tell someone something and they not tell someone else, including their spouse, they shouldn't be on your team. Because it goes back to that, oh, I have a secret, I'm not supposed to tell, so don't tell anyone. So no, you don't tell anyone either. All right, number 3, you guys keeping up? All right, number 3 is choose people that believe in you and your product. Your tribe should be able to tell people what you do with the same passion that you have when you talk about what you do with other people. They should be able to sell you probably even better than you sell yourself if they are truly part of your dream team. Have you ever noticed that, so I think I've told you guys before, I've been in sales all my life. So if you give me a product and I know everything that it does, I can sell almost anything. But there's a niche to selling, and the same thing goes with selling yourself and your products. When you're passionate about what you're selling and you believe in that product, it's almost like the product sells itself, and people can really feel your genuineness behind saying, I've got this really great product or this service that you need, and here's how it'll benefit you. Versus we all have met kind of the fast talking, car salesman as an example. And you're like, you're right, whatever. I'm not buying this car. It's a hoopty. It's going to break down on me. So make sure that you have people that can sell you and your products just as well as you do, and that are genuine about it. And if there are people who are unsure, they're kind of like, oh, I don't know if did you go to school for that? Did you do this? I don't really know about your skill set. They shouldn't be on your team. So it's like, next, let me move on to the people that I know that truly, truly have my back. And keep in mind, you're going to be interviewing these people, even though they may be in your close circle. It could be someone that you've only known for a short time, but you love their energy, you love what they bring to the table. So definitely interview them. Hey guys, thank you on Instagram for joining. All right, number 4. You guys keeping up? Number 4 is choose people who are knowledgeable in the expertise that you're asking them to provide. Now, Roz, I'll give you a second to answer. Can I share our story? Like, can I share about our team? While she answers, I'm gonna keep going, and then I'll share a story. So, when it's someone who is your friend, it can be kind of tricky and a delicate balance if they're, really part of your squad, because there's always that balance of money and time. If you're bartering for services or you offer each other discounts in your respective businesses, you need to always make sure that you're very clear on when those services need to be completed, like what are your deadlines. And then B, also make sure that you're getting the quality that you expect, because you may be getting the product or service for free or at a very discounted rate, as you guys are, helping build each other's businesses up. And then vice versa. If you're a part of a dream team, you need to make sure that when people need you, that you are there for them as well, and you're committed to making sure that their goals are also reached. And of course, if you're paying full service, no matter whether it's someone on your team or someone outside of your team, you should be expecting that you're getting quality service for what you paid for. And then let your people that are experts in particular areas, let them do what they do best. You wouldn't have them on your team if it was something that you could do and you did really well. So let them do what they need to do. Don't constantly, tell them what and how they should be doing things. As long as you all understand each other's missions, your goals, what you represent, let people kind of fly on their own. All right, number 5, and this is a big one, because we all tend to, the saying birds of a feather flock together. Well, you can still be birds of a feather, but you all can't be the same. So think about what are the types of personalities of the people that you want on your team. And I think this is crucial, because you're going to need people who are amenable, willing to listen to new ideas, willing to, what we talked about last week, willing to cooperate and collaborate with other people, and people who are willing to work together for the greater good. And yes, you and your business and your success are the greater good. So make sure people are willing to work for the greater good. I just want to check and see because I don't see comments rolling. I'm going to take a quick break. I wonder why my Facebook seems to do this, where you guys are still there. Here we go. All right. So we have Ron. I see where other people have joined. All right, got it. Here we go. Now they're scrolling. Okay. So Raj, you said yes. Awesome. Thank you. So I'll tell that in a second. You need people on your team who also can see the big picture and have big ideas. But just as much as you need them, you need people who are granular and laser focused, so that you have that balance. Because people with big ideas and big dreams that can see the big picture, they can take you places that you never thought you would go. But you always need people that can help you implement that, okay? You also need people who are risk takers, and then people who are not so much as risk takers. They want to take maybe the slow route or the easy route. Somewhere between the risk taker and the not so much of a risk taker, you'll find your sweet spot. So you'll kind of get that balance of what are the things that I can do without kind of going to the extreme, and feel comfortable in making those decisions. All right. Skip the naysayers, the negative Nancys, and the perfectly pessimistics. You cannot grow with those people on your team. You just cannot. It's not going to happen. You need people who are willing to take a chance, and people who are willing to do what it takes to reach that next level. And you don't want people on your team that are going to hold you back. That's a huge thing. And even sharing from my own personal experience, there have been things that I've wanted to do that people in my family have said, no, I don't know if that's a good idea, but they're not walking in your shoes. And I'm a risk taker, so I'm always like, you know what, I'm going to try it. If I fail, hey, it is what it is. Nothing beats a failure but a try. But 9 times out of 10, you can make wins out of those things. All right. And even though I'm saying don't have naysayers on your team, I'm not saying don't have people on your team that are afraid to tell you no. Like, no, that's a stupid idea, or, no, that's not going to work, or no, maybe you need to rethink your strategy. And make sure that they come back and they show you either research or some facts or some data that can substantiate why they're telling you no, or why you need to look at something differently. So you absolutely need people that will tell you no, but that can be honest with you. All right, number 6. Oh, I'll tell a story real quick. So Roz is on my team. I'm on her team. We have a tight circle. There are other people on our teams. And when we all decided that we were going to help each other, Roz is building a relationship business and empire. So she chose people that she felt like could help her get to that next level. So we all get around in a room and we talk about, what are the things specifically that she needs to do, or who she needs to reach out, or what are those next steps. And we all made a conscious effort, hey, Roz has all of these things in place right now. Let's push her to this next level. Those same people, as I'm rebranding what I do, because I've done business consulting for about 15 years, but rebranding as a life over coach, those same people are in our circle, are behind me saying, okay, what do you need? What do we think you need to do at the next step? So the same thing kind of goes. So make sure you have a really close squad that is willing to be in your corner. Okay, AJ asked the question, so I'll answer this before I give you number 6. Any advice for the business owner who are admitted control freaks, reluctant to take advice? Sometimes you have to step out of your own way, because that can hold you back. So if you are a control freak, write down all of the things that you feel like you can let control, or kind of loosen the leash of having control over, and have someone take on those responsibilities. Give them some clear goals and expectations, and let them perform that job for you until you're comfortable with them doing it. And then go back and say, okay, so I've let go of these 10 things. So now what else can I let go of? And take that same approach. So give people an opportunity to prove themselves, because then you'll find that you now have more time to really focus on the business and what it is you want to do, and how you want to make money, and how you want to grow your business, and all those decisions that are really important. So if you're a control freak, shake it off and try to let go, but at least do it in a strategic way. AJ, I hope I answered your question. Did I miss any other questions? I'm going to scroll up real quick just to see if someone asked the question. And thanks, guys, for joining. I appreciate you all. Just type in questions if you have them. I'll grab them all. And hi, Terry and Phyllis. Thank you guys for joining. I see a bunch of new people here. Hey, Unica and Brenda. Is it not possible for me because I would have to share my recipes? Well, Tangela, the good thing is you can always patent everything. And if you're hiring someone, you can have them sign a non-disclosure agreement where legally they must not share any information that you've shared with them that are part of your business. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Kind of like the rights and what you own and how you do business. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. I'm going blank right now. But definitely have everyone sign a non-disclosure agreement as part of their employment package. If you need one, I actually have one. I've put it together for a client of mine, basically saying that I cannot share the secrets that she has as far as her business, as well as for my assistant. She has also signed a non-disclosure that says, everything that I share with her that she's responsible for doing, she won't share with anyone else. So you can do that. It is very possible. Because if you think about all these large companies out here that have trade secrets, they can't do everything themselves. So they have people sign non-disclosure agreements. I actually have never worked in a place where I didn't sign a non-disclosure. So I can help you with that. All right, we're going to go on to number 6. Have people on your team that are flexible, creative, not afraid of the unknown, and that can grow and change with you. Because if you're doing great things, you're going to grow. Your business is going to grow. You're going to need more assistance. You're going to need more help. So you need people on your team that can be flexible and that can grow with you. I used an example earlier of like an email tool. Have people on your team that are willing to go take a class, and all the knowledge that they bring back, they're willing to share with everyone on the team. Have people on your team that they're willing to, sometimes, not all the time, rearrange their life to support you or an event that you may be having, or, if it's a last minute trip to go pitch a product to an investor, they're like, I'll go with you, I'll be your backup, I'll be your support. So those are the kind of people that you really want to have on your team. And I'm laughing because in the back of my head, I'm singing, maybe not be so appropriate, but it reminds me of Ludacris's song, Stand Up. When I move, you move, just like that. Like, those are the kind of people you want on your team. I don't necessarily know that the full lyrics, but that's kind of what comes to my mind when I think about all the people that I want on my team. That when I'm moving, they're moving with me, and we're moving together. And then number 7, which is going to go back to AJ's question, is empower your squad. You have to trust them enough for them to work their magic. With whatever it is that you've entrusted them to do, let them do it. No one wants to work with or for someone who's a micromanager. So give people the freedom to create magic without you hovering over them. Because sometimes when you give people, and I've talked about this before, when you give people no boundaries, they will come up with some super creative ideas or concepts that can really help you grow to that next level that you're trying to get to. So those are my 7 tips. It's 7:27, guys. Wow. So we have a few minutes for questions. I want to thank you guys for joining. I'm going to scroll through real quick. Oh, she said I forgot about that. Okay. Thanks, Kim, for joining. I appreciate you. Yes. Thanks, Ross, for telling her to look at her network. Hey, Regina, how are you? Thanks for joining. And you would be surprised, it's a small world, how big our networks are and the people that can help you. Once you start kind of sharing what it is you want to do, not necessarily sharing all your trade secrets, someone knows someone that can help you. I truly believe in that. And myself and all the people in my network, we all have pretty broad and expansive networks. So I love that. And I want people to think about building that for themselves, which is kind of why I do this, because I love seeing everybody win. And I love helping people grow their business. And I love helping people create a way that they are self-sustaining and that someone is not telling you how much you're worth. You're only worth $100,000 a year. Well, that's not true, because I see myself as worth way more than that. But I want to show you guys how to create those endless opportunities for yourself. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I love all my clients. We brainstorm and have a good time. And I love to see everybody winning. So go ahead and type in questions if you guys have them. All right, here we go. It's all good till they mess up butter. AJ, I'm not trying to put you on blast, but you got a special case with the people that work for you. So you're going to have to teach them how to do the butter. Hey, Kim, I'll recap the list real quick, but you can always go back and watch my live. So number 1 was identify and document the skills or expertise you need. Number 2 was choose people that you trust, that are honest and have your best interests at heart. Number 3 was choose people that believe in you and your product. Number 4 was choose people who are knowledgeable in the expertise that you're asking them to provide. Number 5 was everyone can't be the same. And number 6 was people who are flexible, creative, not afraid of the unknown, and that can grow and change with you. And number 7 was empower your squad. So like I said again, this is posted public, so you guys can go back and watch it over and over if you didn't have your notes or your ride in the car. Hey Regina, I'm gonna give her a shout out real quick because it is college application time and scholarship time. Regina Robinson has a program that she helps children who are going to college find scholarships. She helps them with the application process. She helps them with their personal statement that you have to write to all the colleges. So if you have children from 9th grade and up, go follow Regina Robinson. She will be a lifesaver to you. All right. I saw another question. Thanks, Elisa. All right, Gina, great session topic. I understand the value of a network, but from your description, it sounds like these people need to be closer to you than a business associate. Absolutely. I am clearly talking about people, that's why I call it squad goals. So people that are in your squad, your immediate circle, that you can share your good times, your bad times, your dreams, everything with, and they have your back, as well as they are bringing something to the table that can help you. And I'm not saying that a supportive person always has to be able to help, but that's kind of the idea, that you're bringing people into your business squad that also have goals of their own and dreams of their own, and you guys are growing and building together. So this is something, it's not necessarily networking. I think that you all can network together and you have people in your network, but your squad is like your business family. So definitely not someone who's just an associate. Okay. And Roz also said, yes, look at people you admire, check out their work, and develop a relationship. All right. Any other questions? Scrolling through to make sure I did not miss any. Oh, let's see. Angie said, where do you find people to be a part of your team? I think Roz typed in an answer. Look at everybody that's around you and what people are doing. And even, I always say, network with people that are doing what you do, and see if there's any way you all can partnership with. And when you put together your squad, think about all those people in your life that may offer a skill set that you need in order to grow your business, or even if it's just someone who is they're your spiritual leader, and that's that person that you need to talk to every single day in order to uplift you or motivate you. Add them to your squad, because you might need that every day to get you to that next level. And I think that the beauty of it is, it's your squad, you know what you need, and maybe you don't, but I also believe in having a coach or having a mentor. Everyone should have a mentor, no matter where you are in life and what you do. I have a mentor. You should have a mentor that's helping you grow. When I had my daycare business, I had a mentor. You know, she had, I think, 2 or 3 facilities, and we talked, like once a week. And it's definitely not a bad thing, but you always want to have someone in your life that's holding you accountable as well. Your squad is definitely doing that, but every person on your squad should have a mentor as well, and you guys should be bringing that knowledge back to your circle and sharing and growing and getting to that next level together. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions over here on Instagram? I'm just double checking, make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you guys for joining. And if you're not following me on Facebook, those of you on Instagram, I'm at the Life Over Coach, as well as Renee Butler. Oh, you said you have me on your speaker in your car. Yay! Thanks. I appreciate that. Hey, Shani, thank you for joining. We're just about to end. It's 7:34, so I usually go live for about 25 to 30 minutes, sharing some tips and tricks and tools and all that good stuff. Gwen, type your question again. I see, Gina, you said you're a huge advocate of mentors. Absolutely. Yes, Roz, mentors and coaches are everything. All right, so I don't see any more questions that I missed. If you have another question, just type it in even after we after I finish the live session, and I will go back and answer the question for you. Or most of you know how to reach me either in my inbox or phone or email. All right, thank you guys for joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday.